everyone, it's Erin again. I wanted to kind of play with the concept of using all these fun bottle caps, and I've seen people use bottle caps this way, but I thought I would turn them over and use the inside. And I'm not the first one to come up with this idea, but I am going to play with it and have some fun with all of my mixed media stuff that I seem to have. And I pulled out some beads and some just other odds and ends of, you know, shimmery glass. My daughter's over here. She wants to wave hi. Say hi. And what I did this is my part 2 video. Part 1 is I kind of tested what glue worked best. And truly, these were kind of a tie about which is the best one, but I have a nice big bottle. It's a quick grab, fast dry glue, but not super fast. So when I pour it into the little cups, I don't have time to kind of add and play. So I can fill up a whole bunch of these and add little bits to it as I'm going along. I don't have to do it super fast, which is kind of nice. So I'm gonna play with the mixed media glue by Beacon and have fun making cute little embellishments. Now, all of these I've just kind of collected. Some of these are really old and some of these are just from, you know, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna do about 10 of them. I'm not gonna do them all identical. I'm gonna change them up. And by all means, if you want to do something along the lines of painting the outside of them first or putting something so you don't see, but I wanna kind of keep them a little bit rough and just see what's going to happen. And as you can tell, I'm keeping them in an old spice jar. It's where I keep a lot of my little small embellishments, because why throw a spice jar away? It's very usable. So for some of these, we're going to go through and just add a variety of different kind of bead textures. These are some of the micro beads or these little glass beads. I also have eyelets, which I did in the example in part 1. I have tons of colors. I also have some old flower soft. I thought maybe, why not? We also have some crimson glitters. There's nothing wrong with adding glitter in there. The glue that we're going to use is a clear glue, so really anything is going to take. I also pulled a whole bunch of just fun beads because sometimes I want to have kind of a key center. Sometimes I just want to have some fun colors, you know, just maybe off to the side. I guess we're just going to kind of play and see what happens. So let's have some fun. Now, I'm going to start with the largest objects first, placing them in, and then from there I start working into the smallest objects. First step is place your glue into the bottom of your container. Do a nice thick set of glue because you're going to have multiple layers. This will dry clear, so you're not going to be too worried about it. And then just lightly place some of your objects in there. There's no rhyme or reason unless you really want something specific about where it's laid. You can have them kind of coming off the side there. Just really kind of have fun to go place them in. Now I'm going to go in and start placing my larger beads and kind of squish them into the middle. My daughter's going to come help. And you know, any little beads that you're working with, just this is a chance to kind of go through your stash and to pull out objects that you just may have. Like I had of these little blue, the larger blue beads, I only had what you saw. What am I going to do with that? So this is kind of a fun way of doing this. You could also time it so that the outside, so if for instance you don't like the red, you wanted to go with more silver with something, or you can go back and paint it. There's nothing wrong with painting it. So really squish them in to make sure they're stuck with the glue. Hang on. She's getting very excited to help me. You really want to make sure that whatever you're putting in is attaching to glue somehow, somewhere. You don't want to just have it sit there. I think we're done with these big ones. And I'm going to apply some of the smaller. You can put a couple in, yeah. My daughter got super excited. She's 3 and she just thought this was the cat's meow. She's saying hi again. Cat's meow that I pulled out all these fun little things for her to play with. Now these are really super tiny, so they're going to fit the extra spaces in here and just kind of fill in. You're going to have some extra doodads on your sheet. Yeah, just right in.
Do I like sprinkles?
They do look like sprinkles. You're right. Okay, stop for a second. Hang on. I really kind of want to shift it. If you want to do this in one of your little tidy trays, that would be fine too. Okay, it's enough. Catherine, that's enough. Nope, we're good. And you're just kind of keep shifting it around until everything kind of sets into the glue. Again, so start with the largest object first to go down to the smallest and just kind of keep placing them in until you get the design that you want. If you want to add a little extra bead here and there, kind of squish them into the glue so they get into the glue. And there we go. Okay, stop. She thinks these little micro beads are fun. And truly, I didn't even put much of a dent in my containers by doing one little embellishment. And so this is going to be my little blue one. I may go back and add something, and as you can tell, some of my little beads are not fully set in, so I'm going to keep kind of pushing them in, shift them around a little bit until they all get some glue on them to hold them in place. When it's all set and dry, I will tilt this over, and you're going to get some that fall out, and that's fine. You're going to have a little bit of waste, and no big deal. This is where a tidy tray might be handy, but I'm just going to lift up my whole silk mat and dump it all out when it's done. So I'm done with my blue. Whoops. Make sure you seal your container really well so you don't drop all your little tiny beads. So here's our first one. And now I'm going to go through and kind of speed through with now that you have an idea of what we're doing, and then I'll show you some up close pictures of all of them when they're done. So here's the finished product. I love the idea that some of them have kind of a big focal point and some of them are just kind of, you know, a random assortment. I love the kind of the play on the different tones. Like here I've got a little bit of green with gold, here's a little bit of white with pink. But then there's some that are completely just a single tone of color. Just playing is the bottom line, having some fun. So you can use any of these little bottle cap things for magnets. You could put a magnet on the back side. You could use them for embellishments. You can use them just a ton of different ways. You could add this to a scrapbook page. You could add this to a card. They do have a little bit of weight to them, so you got to keep that in mind. So just something kind of fun. Thank you for stopping by and taking a look at my fun little idea here. I don't think I'm the first one to come up with this, but it's my spin on it. So thanks for stopping by and please subscribe. Bye-bye.